Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is George, and for today I want to talk about Ellen DeGeneres just just her downfall essentially. So if you've been on the internet and you've probably seen or know passively who she is. Ellen DeGeneres was I say it was because her show was canceled because she was the host of the show. She was the host of the Ellen show since 2000 and one. These and the her show has had up until like 20 up until the controversies has had like 99 seasons, I would say. Yeah, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, you probably know her just passively if you've been on the internet, and you probably if just like for the past, I don't know, if you watched her, if you watched just snippets from her show, because YouTube suggests them from time to time. She even on her own YouTube account, you could also see you could also find it, and also those videos. I also think they are still there, but yeah. Anyway, she has faced a lot of controversies, obviously, and the catalyst for the controversies, a lot of people seem to think is her conversation with Dakota John with the actress Dakota Johns. I think that's her name. Basically, she basically she invited Dakota during Christmas because if you remember, i- if because if you've seen the clip of Dakota's in interview, you will see behind the Dakota there is a Christmas tree, and basically, um, on basically the conversation surrounds and basically the conversation was around Dakota's birthday, where where Dakota says that she invited Ellen, but basically Ellen says that she wasn't invited to Dakota's birthday, but Dakota says that Ellen was invited, but she didn't came, and just like this moment kind of just like kind of now people seem to think that the small catalyst that kind of spiraled from where kind of things kind of spiraled out from. And in 2019, uh I want to also mention that there's also an image on the internet of her sitting next to George Bush, and if you know if you know who he is, you know. But yeah, there's an image of her with George Bush, of George Bush. Basically, she's sitting next to him. Um, and like I said, in 2019, in 2019, uh, former employees came out with accusations of toxic workplace and bullying. Basically, they basically saying that nobody was allowed to basically look at Ellen be outs, outside of uh, uh, outside of just talking to her, and other such things. The other thing that I don't really see a lot of people seem to are talking about is her wife, um uh um but of her her wife, the Australian American actress Patricia De Rossi. Basically, in 2018, De Rossi was accused of sexual misconduct by another by another ex employee. I think this is what I read on the internet. Later, uh, Ellen, she dismissed the accusations, but later on she addressed them more seriously, and after she basically apologized on behalf of on the on her production company's behalf, essentially. And and so yeah, like I said. And there's also image of her with of her sitting next to George Bush, and just things piling on that kind of led to her kind of uh, led to her losing basically losing a lot of sponsors and endorsers, and also her 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 talk show basically ended in 2022, I think. In and and also which basically made a lot of people really question her with some questioning, which some people questioning, even putting into question even just what she was preaching, just like she based and also basically saying that like these controversies just like um are basically uh are are irreversible and are irreparable. And so yeah. um Also, another thing that she was also accused of, eh, which is just very little. It's I don't really consider that much of a of that much of a contributing factor, is the fact that she basically of of the fact that she basically she had this segment called Fashion Police, where she basically promotes body standards by criticizing um, just just what the what celebrities are, what are essentially celebrities dressed on award shows. Um, all these controversies without that little one, basically ba- basically kind of puts into question started to put into question the work ethic, or just what's happening in her production company. And also Ellen was also accused of just like of promoting cancel culture, and by criticizing other people, to which a lot of people also suggest that this is the these her criticizing other people basically um um uh contributed to her getting just this backlash that she received when her ex-employees came out with what's what hap- with the allegations against her. um and and all of this and then mind you, all of this is because of the fact that how she was just like misusing social media and just like Twitter in general, just like her, just like what she was doing on Twitter essentially. So yeah, um, it's also it also has to kind of she also has a a stand-up tour where a stand-up show tour essentially. She also has that, but like but she canceled out like sev just like a handful of her stops for unknown reasons, and this is what we all know. And yeah, um another thing a lot of people also really really kind of take into account is just the is just the is just the it also just kind of a lot of people also think kind of like uh have acknowledged just the 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 substance with which jokes are now pumped out today versus how jokes were pumped out in say in 2013, because in 2013 a lot of internet humor was very sanitized versus how it is now. Back then you didn't really saw this very much humoristic kind of vibe to a lot of jokes, because nowadays if a lot of humor does not have 10 layers of just irony, you don't really get like it doesn't really warrant as funny, just like and I've even noticed it um uh, and just like so yeah the so yeah um okay just like just like ev- just like even with a lot of internet humor today is just like um a lot of people have said it's very like it's kind of like ironic yet trying to offend people in a weird way. But yeah, this is it. Uh, I that's not to say that uh, she kind of that that's not to say that she didn't pave the way for a lot of things. Uh, um, the but like I don't think but I don't think the era of giving the meme the but I don't think the era of giving 15 minutes of fame to a internet meme that will be funny today but relevant tomorrow is just pointless, because it's just like we have moved on just just considerably, and I don't think this is something people and it's something that I don't think people will doubt. So yeah, um this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me things in the comment section. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.